Hello, it's KRBrickBot, and now it's time for the regular retail 50 price point figure, the main signature figure that came in the late of spring 2024 rather than the first years, oddly enough. Yeah, but now we finally got that thing to fill in that sort of leader size, the Storm Chaser. I mean, who doesn't love transforming police cars? Yeah, you think they would go with a transforming police car right out of the gate, but they wait until a little later to introduce him, so there's that, just a little waiting. So this packaging style is in the same style as the Captain Commander and the Justice Titan, with a partial window, so you don't get a complete look at the figure, but good enough, I guess. It gives more room for the packaging art, at least. That's pretty gorgeous. There is a little code number here, Storm Chaser on the Storm badge, and then the robot mode and vehicle mode. A nice portrait of the character, and a nice sunset across a planetary landscape and the police crossing line. Those kind of look like planetary rings. In the back of the box, you can see much more of that, rather earthy Mars-looking background. And just a nice render of double wielding. Storm Chaser also has stats. So, weakest in defense, but pretty high in attack and secondary health and speed. There's even a fingerprint on here, and it's a nice white outlines of the figure. Robot mode, vehicle mode, and the Storm badge, and the dual Storm gun. Content may vary. So this is March of 24. Godbrave Studio. Nice clamshell tray. Lots of space there so that it raises it up to the window. Storm Chaser is an AI sentient robot, just like some of the Dino Power mechs. So it's a bit unusual to see sentient robots in Power Rangers, but there's some of them in case you actually like the robots to be characters and not just mechs. Yeah, simple story aside, this is a very striking silhouette, just big flaring shoulder kibble and a nice dark blue and red combination with some white. Along with some nice chrome gold, there's a nice light swirly gold right in the legs. Those are like plastic, and then metallic gold, and then the chrome gold on the chest badge. And a pretty simple 5-faceted star here. Of course this is removable, and I assume these are little clips here which clip on here. Maybe this works with the roleplay communicator toy. It also flips out like this, little tips here. Yeah, it just feels like the plastic chromed over. And then there is some chrome right in the chest there, so this bare chest also looks pretty good. Back kibble is something, with these front fenders of the wheel and the windscreen all fused together. And this back of the car, that's the entire back bumper here. So, I guess this is sort of stylish, like some long coattails. And these are ratcheted in very well. They click in secure position, so they're not going to go flopping about. And these long heel spurs here, they do give it good counterbalance. I mean, they do support it so that this doesn't easily fall over. Roll and kick mode. That hole is for this peg right here, just to align that in, but that's kind of hard to actually just wedge right into. And this ratchet holds on, well, pretty well enough, so that's kind of redundant. That hole's redundant. But you can't click it in like that, and it's even more secure. Even if you pull it out. I want to say his head design is just the same as the head cop's patrol cop, just colored differently, but there are some subtle differences in the crest here and the side antenna circles and the chin. Yeah, but it still has that iconic, like, ridged faceplate style, so very similar head, but it's its own unique thing, especially with the blue and red colors. This is probably what being a Gundam onlooker feels like. They have very similar heads and designs, but there are very different types of models and builds that the nerds will really tell apart. The arms and thighs in particular evoke a very certain aesthetic. Like, lots of simple polygons, hard edges, like it's like a low poly model. Like nice polygonical edges that evokes a certain retro feel, I consider, but still very angular and stylish. The blue is especially a ringer for Deckard, from J. Decker, the G1 of most Korean adults. These shoulder kibble especially really do give it a different feel, maybe a different type of profession or specialty than from Tobot v Sergeant Justice Captain Police. I'm sorry, I didn't feel a super strong urge to get the DX one back then, and I still don't have the urge to find a used DX one now. That's still pretty affordable, but still have uncertainties about being knackered up, and then of course the leg paint being scratched off, or the Chinese version just not fitting in with the rest of the collection, which is mostly from Korea. So I will just settle with the mini and online photo for now. Yeah, but you see, like these legs are very similar, like the 4 polygons right up front, right at the point here. Very similar thighs. Of course, he has much longer arms than this design ever had. Yeah, so it's a different type of police car. So in a sense, Storm Chaser is like Captain Police 2.0, like a second attempt to design a police transformer from the famous JY bid. Overcredited as the guy who's behind Tobot. He's the guy behind the Tobot v Toys. Don't take that title away from either name. For his 2 accessories, he has 2 little revolver pistols, like these storm guns with some obvious holes in there. So he can dual wield them, so... Now his open palm hands actually have purpose to hold these weapons. I guess they look a little awkward whenever he doesn't have them on, so... Even with equipping them on, you know, there's kind of open space on the other side, so... Maybe not the most ideal way to display these pistols, because maybe you would have preferred just a traditional slot in. Yeah, but these are fine enough from the certain angles. Yeah, no big flashy weapons, not even a big shotgun, just nice small little pistols. When not in use, these weapons go clip into the side fenders here. Yes, handles. Handles out. Yeah, so imagine him just reaching back there and then just grabbing out a holster. Articulation. A nice ball-socketed head in the socket, so nice side-to-side wiggle up and down. Nice friction all around. Transformational double joint, although this inner shoulder joint, it only goes down diagonal this much. So nice, that's a nice stopper there. And then the actual shoulder, all the way out. Nice clickety resonant ratchets in the shoulders, these shoulder kibble. Also nice clickety ratchets all around. Yeah, very nice ratchets in the arms. And bicep swivels. Nothing at the wrist. And then waist swivel. Nice ratchety waist swivel. You only needed to go this far side to side. Nearly forward that much and nearly back that much. Not too much in the back, even with this kibble. All the way out spreads. And a lower leg swivel. Very loud and clicky, but lower leg swivel is not as flexible as, you know, the upper thigh swivel. And not much in the toe. And he even has little skirt flaps that are soft ratcheted, maybe a bit too tight because I accidentally stressed this one because it got into the thigh here. Just push it back too far, and then if you actually just press that in, then you'll stress that eek. Yeah, these are probably a little too small and too tight, so you have to be really careful not to stress that. Transformation. Just click those around, but first you ratchet these hoods around. Very clickety ratchety too. And then, yeah, just adjust those fenders so that they slot over. And this back is a sliding joint. Very subtle slide. Yeah, click it in there, and then obviously these shoulders cover the arms. Not sure which one would be easier to tuck in first. Obviously, these arms go into the back here. And then double hinge that. And then move the fenders over the hands and the sides here. Yep, that kind of out. And then, hopefully this actually... Okay, this is going to be a bit complicated. Looks like you're going to have to put this back bumper into position before you lock in it all with this. Yeah, so... Yeah, put the bumper down first, and then the back, and then the front fenders. Yeah, so very order-specific transformation, just might be a bit annoying, but might be a bit intuitive as well. As for the feet, these actually flip all the way 180, so they actually cover the underside of it. I guess you will have to remove this badge. Yeah, so that's something uncommon, that the feet go all the way up here and also cover up a bit of the robot. Oh yeah, this badge is relocated to the front hood here. Yeah, just give it a nice stylish hood badge. There are also clips on the back, but that does scrape on the bottom here a bit. So I guess this is not exactly recommended, but I guess maybe that's for robot mode storage. Yeah, so just right here. This is certainly a very smooth and bulked out sporty police car. Interesting design with the hood, just like 3 circles, like maybe there's all the extra floodlights with the siren all the way back here and an extra hole in here. Yeah, but a very nice curvature, like big curvature, like a lot more bulk in the back. Pretty black windows, nice solid wheels, and the police here, like nice slant across. And then the 5-spoke wheels, but like clovers. Although maybe the flat silver doesn't exactly do it for me. Maybe it just feels a little... doesn't pop out well. Maybe would have liked it to be in the same chrome gold or silver. That yellowish gold plastic is here with the gold paint on the side and the front here and the sides. And those are very low headlights. Pretty low headlights on a pretty tall and thick hood and grille front, things considered. Very narrow grille here, and then I guess all the little secondary headlights. I guess these are extra fuel tanks. And then the back is pretty plain, but still nice paneling, like nice big extra tail lights, clear plastic tail lights in addition to these solid plastic tail lights here. Yeah, it's a fictional police car, but I guess maybe vaguely evokes a Lycan type of brand of car for me. Anyway, its target audience will enjoy it. Just a very big and chunky police car. This is a very big car. I mean, that's very wide. That's very large. That is definitely feel like a 1/18th scale car. Oh, that is pretty tall. That's a pretty tall leader size. Then for scale, of course, it's going to be with most large Korean car robots. But when Storm Chaser mind syncs with Volt, he becomes Ultra Storm Chaser. Just basically grows in size, superpower, super size. So in that state, this is scale accurate. Giant car robot. Yeah, for once I'm kind of struggling to say things about it because this is a very straightforward traditional Transformer car. Like, this could be a Transformer, just in a Power Rangers theme. And this is a single standalone by itself. This is not like part of a set of other, like, not even two, not even a pair, unless they do have an extra one in the way, but I don't think so. And overall, this is a pretty simple transformation too, just very straightforward. Maybe it's a little fiddly just trying to get the middle of the legs out from that, but you can do it. And also, yeah, also the back fender and alignment, just other than getting the very specific order right, this is very straightforward. And then you end up with a pretty dynamic posing robot, but great posability and great resonant ratchets all around if you really want to go off on these sounds, these very pleasant ratchety sounds. And then a bit of decoration here. Just straightforward, very posable, like thighs and biceps. Very posable. Simple loadout of accessories. This is very straightforward. There's no extra gimmicks, which may be a good or bad thing, depending on how much it will appeal to the target audience. Yeah, so this is a very nice, big, large, chunky, and resonant, very noisy. If you like your robot toys big, loud, and noisy, then this is just a pretty fine thing. Just be careful to move these out of the way before you move these legs forward, otherwise you're gonna stress these discs. That's one bit of an oversight. If you just like the good old traditional, simple, large Transformers, otherwise this might not just be for everyone, but it's a nice pickup if you're in the mood from Korea. I just want to keep reiterating, this is not coming in China very soon. So this may just feel like another typical Korean police transformer robot, but this is a very nice typical Korean transforming police car robot. The Super Cops is nearly coming to the end of its run.